Hi, I'm Par Johal from Courthouse Technologies, and this is Courthouse JMS training video on processing candidate deferrals. First off, let's go to the login screen. The login screen is where you enter your username and password. It takes us to the default page. In most cases, our default page is the calendar view. Once at the calendar view, we can process candidate requests. Processing candidate requests takes place after the summons has been sent out. A deferral is the process and result of rescheduling a candidate's service to a date certain outside their current term of service. This is distinguished from postpone. Deferrals can always be adjusted at a later time and date depending on how far ahead they were made. There are two ways to process candidate requests. One is through QuickScan, which uses barcode reader technology. The second is through a candidate's record, which can be accessed through Courthouse JMS Quick Search feature. This is found under the View menu. First, let's look at processing candidate deferrals through QuickScan. Typically, QuickScan is used to process large quantities of sorted mail. In order to use this feature, you would need to have two things. One is a barcode reader, like the one shown here. The second is documentation that has the barcode font on it. You would have this set up prior to sending out summonses. You would click on the deferral button in the QuickScan box. Once this is done, you would pick a date to defer the candidate to. The dates that would be available to you are determined by how they are set up in Deferral Settings tab in the Court Locations table. You would select the minimum and the maximum amount of weeks that you can defer someone. You will notice that you will have to pick a deferral reason. These are determined by the jury administration and can be done so through the lookup tables in the Tools menu. You can also make a deferral request pending by clicking the Pending box. You can approve or deny pending requests in the candidate record or in Request Maintenance. You would then set the focus of QuickScan by clicking your mouse in the QuickScan field like so. Once the focus is set up, scan the barcode that is on the summons to defer the candidate. Here are a couple of examples. After you have scanned the candidate's summons, you will notice that the system will display what has just transpired here. It also notifies you that a letter has been generated. You can print off the deferral letter at a later time in Print Replies or through the individual's candidate record. Now let's take a look at processing deferrals in the candidate record through the Quick Search function. This function is used if a candidate calls in or shows up at the courthouse with his or her summons. The candidate ID field is used with the barcode reader and the candidate summons. While the name field is used if the candidate does not have his or her summons or is on the phone. When using the candidate ID field, be sure to set up the focus in the field before scanning. This will take you directly to the candidate record. If you are using the name field, be sure to type in the last name first. If there is more than one candidate with the same last name, it will display it in a list. Click on the candidate ID number that matches the person you are deferring. When the candidate record comes up, take notice of the current status. To defer a candidate, you would right-click your mouse. This will bring up a small menu of the options available to you. Select Defer to defer the candidate. Once this is done, you would pick a date to defer the candidate to. The dates that would not be available to you will be shaded out. Once you select a date, it will be highlighted in green. You will notice that you will have to pick a deferral reason here as well. You can also make a deferral request pending by clicking the pending box here. You can approve or deny pending requests in the candidate record or in request maintenance. You can also put in additional notes for later reference here. Once a system processes your request, take notice again of the new status that the candidate has. You can also look at the candidate's history by clicking on the History tab shown here. It will show you what has transpired, who performed the action, and any notes that were done during the procedure. Once back at the calendar view, take notice of the small numbers on each day view. The red number is a maximum number of candidates you can defer to that day, while the green number is the number of candidates you have already deferred. If you have any questions in regards to this video or others, you can contact us at 1-877-521-2199 or by email at support@courthouse-technologies.com. Thank you.